In November 2015, I made my first $1,000 online using a Nokia E63 phone and zero capital. It took me over a year to achieve that. I made huge mistakes and I'm going to show you exactly how it happened, the good, the bad, and what you should do differently if you're just starting out. Back in 2014, I was eager to learn a new skill, so I decided to get into the world of website creation. I read about Wix online, but I didn't have a computer then, so I would spend hours in an internet cafe playing around with different designs on Wix. While doing this, I reconnected with my old secondary school or high school classmate, Larry. At the time, Larry already had a blog, so he introduced me to Google's free blogger platform and told me it was possible for us to earn dollars through the Google AdSense Publishers program. I was instantly hooked. The thought of earning in dollars here in Nigeria was so fascinating, and we were both determined to get into the Google AdSense program. But there was a problem. We both didn't have a computer and we couldn't afford to keep spending money in an internet cafe because we were broke. All we had was this Nokia E63 Symbian phone. We both had one of these. So to publish blog posts, we would write our articles on the Office app we installed on the Nokia phone, format it with HTML since we already learned that from W3 schools, and then post it on our blogs via email. This way we only have to visit an internet cafe when we need to make some huge changes to our blog design or maybe some other very technical tasks that can't be done with the phone. By the way, here is my Nokia E63 sitting pretty on the pavement waiting for me to finish being goofy and get back to work. Back in 2015, one of the most popular niches among Nigerian bloggers was news and entertainment. You know, the whole celebrity gossip and all that. It's still very popular, by the way. I decided to follow the trend and started a .blogspot blog on that niche. However, I soon realized that getting Google AdSense approval on such blogs was tough, especially since I was basically copying news and gossip from major media platforms and sharing them on my blog. The content were not my original work. At this point, I had already finished secondary school and was looking to raise money for my university education, which was why I got into web design in the first place. So while I was trying to get into the university, I had already worked 2 jobs, and applying to those jobs exposed me to the field of job hunting, as I always research tips to ace my interviews. Now, since I couldn't get into the Google AdSense program with my news site, a new idea came to mind. Why not start a blog in the career niche? I immediately launched a career blog on Google's blogger platform, but this time with a custom domain name from GoDaddy. I believed this blog would have a better chance of getting Google AdSense approval. Was I correct? Well, let's find out. I poured my heart into this blog, sharing all the job interview tips I had learned and getting ideas from other top career blogs. I was dedicated and consistent, and within 3 months, on January 2nd, 2025, I received an email that changed everything. I was with my friend Larry when I decided to check my email, and there it was, my Google AdSense approval notification. I still remember that day like it was yesterday. The excitement was overwhelming and I felt like I was on top of the world. However, my excitement lasted only a few weeks before reality struck me. I quickly realized that getting approved for Google AdSense was just the first step. Making money from it was a whole different ball game. The minimum payout threshold for AdSense is $100. This means that you can only get paid by Google after making at least $100. And with the rate at which I was going, that threshold felt like a mountain to climb. It took me until August 2015 to meet that threshold. So after 7 months of hard work, I finally received a payment of $203. It was a difficult journey, but at least I was making progress, but I needed more. So while researching ways to increase my earnings, I noticed that some publishers in the gossip niche were doing huge numbers. I mean, it was obvious that people are more interested in celebrity gossip than my job interview tips. My blog wasn't getting much SEO traffic, so I relied heavily on social media, but it wasn't yielding great results as I had expected. Do you remember that gossip blog I left behind? So determined to succeed, I returned to that old gossip blog, deleted the copied post and installed my AdSense codes. Back then you can place your AdSense code on any website without any form of verification or approval. So I started writing news and gossip to ensure originality so I wouldn't lose my AdSense account. To bring an audience to my blog, I relied solely on Facebook, but here is where things went wrong. At the time, spamming Facebook group with your blog links was a common practice among some gossip bloggers. Thinking it was the right move, I joined the trend, but looking back, it was such a terrible strategy. I wouldn't recommend doing that. That's one of the reasons it's important to invest in learning so you don't make such reckless mistakes online. So I would write about a trending gossip on my blog, then with my Nokia phone, I will start spamming the link across the different public Facebook groups I belonged to. Now, here is the fun fact. Doing this on my Nokia phone was actually easier and faster than using a computer. That's the conversation for another day. Now, bad practices can only bring temporary results. Spamming Facebook groups worked for me at the time, and by November 2015, I finally made my first $1,000 online. It took me over a year from when I started blogging in September 2014, and here is me feeling like a rapper who just sold out a concert. $1,000 was a lot of money. I had never seen such an amount. Well, it didn't take long for me to pay for my mistakes. Facebook permanently banned my blog link for spam, and I wanted to go back to my career blog which I had abandoned, but it was too late. I already left the domain name to expire and it was no longer available for sale. Things got tough and I decided to take a break from blogging. I got into freelancing on Fiverr, where I built WordPress websites for clients and got paid for my work. I made some good money from freelancing and also explored other money-making avenues like e-commerce, cryptocurrency, and affiliate marketing. In the end, I eventually found my way back to blogging, and I'm still doing that currently. Through all these experiences, I learned that education, focus, and consistency in a particular field are all crucial for long-term success. That being said, here are my 7 pieces of advice to beginners looking to make money online. Number 1, start with an interest or your existing skill. Begin with something you're interested in. You don't have to follow the crowd. I've never been a fan of celebrity gossip, but I had to do it against my will because I wanted to make some quick bucks. Don't make that mistake. Research the various avenues to make money online, such as blogging, freelancing, e-commerce, YouTube, whatever. Just find something that resonates well with you, stick to it, and shut out the noise. Genuine interest in a particular niche will keep you motivated during tough times. Number 2, invest in learning. Invest time in learning and improving your skills. There are plenty of resources online, from YouTube tutorials to free courses. Continuously educate yourself about the latest trends and best practices in your chosen field. I spent months in internet cafes and on my Nokia phone learning HTML from W3 schools. That investment in learning is what made everything possible for me. Number 3, create original content. If your niche requires content creation, whether blogging or making YouTube videos, always strive to create original content. This not only helps with monetization, but also builds trust with your audience. I learned this the hard way when I was copying news articles. As soon as I started creating original content, things improved. Number 4, diversify your income streams. When you find your niche, don't rely on one single avenue for income. Explore the different ways to make money within that field. For example, if you're a blogger, you can earn through ads like Google AdSense and the other ad network. You can try affiliate marketing, sponsored posts, or selling digital products. These monetization channels also work for YouTubers. Number 5, be consistent. Consistency is very important. Set a schedule and stick to it. If you plan on doing something valuable online, you have to think long term. Without consistency, you may never achieve that. It took me 7 months just to reach that first $100 threshold. Imagine if I had quit at month 6. Number 6, network and collaborate. Network with others in your field. Join online communities, attend webinars and physical events. Collaboration can open doors to new opportunities and help you learn from your experiences. I reached out to my friend Larry when I realized we were both in the same field, and I have recorded multiple wins because of that connection. Finally, success takes time. Be patient and consistent. Don't get discouraged by the initial setbacks. Every failure is a learning opportunity, so keep pushing forward. It took me over a year to make that first $1,000, but I kept going. This phone here represents something. You don't need the latest iPhone. You don't need expensive equipment. You just need to start. And now here's my question for you. What's stopping you from starting today? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one and I'll reply with an honest advice. If this story helped you, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Cheers.